Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to review the 2019 Marhar Darkside. That's right, we're going to Camber from the Midwest. This board is available in 7 sizes, 151, 151 wide, 154, 154 wide, 158, 158 wide, and 161. This board features Marhar's New Age Camber 2.0, which is traditional camber into a flat zone, then a little bit of rocker out in the tip and the tail. That way you get a little bit more play out at the contact points, but you get all the snap and pop you want right underfoot. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was icy, cold, firm, fast, and sunny with Kevin using my K2 Indies and my K2 Thraxis boots. Basically, you just wanted to go really fast that day. That was it. Just fast on everything. The snow was just firm or icy, nothing in between. This board comes in at a middle of the road flex. You have more play and give out in the tip where the rocker and the flat zone is, then it stiffens back up through that camber section with a moderate amount of torsional flex that really lets you twist it and drive the board the way you want. Now when it comes to stability, the only time this board had any chatter or death flap, I was on the downhill ski course at Copper going Mach 10 on some sheet ice. I mean, that tip was just flapping like a pelican about to take flight. With this board being camber dominant, you have to be prepared to load it up, which means you can't be laid back with it. You want to be prepared and know what you're going to do. With that said, there's ample snap for sending side hits, launching cat track gaps, olling onto urban rails, and it's most at home on jumps from small to large and everything in between. This is where this board really shines. It pops off the lip, it sends it, it's stable underfoot, right where you want it. You set it down and you just cruise into the next jump. So let's talk about the sweet spot in this board. It's right here, right where the flat and rocker zone meet. You can press and butter and play with this board till your heart's content. It's super easy to engage. It locks in really, really well. When you're jibbing, it translates over to that. The only thing you got to worry about is that camber zone and knowing how to lock it in so the rebound doesn't spring you out. This is one of those boards that you don't really necessarily have to bring your A game with to jib with, but you got to be cognizant of what's going on with the board and how it flexes. The one real big downside with this board that I noticed was how it carves. It does a great job transitioning from edge to edge. You'll feel it grip and lock in. It's when you're in the carve and you actually push it right where that flat and rocker zone is, the tail tends to wash out. You'll be doing a carve and just driving along fine. You go to push into it to get a little snap and spring, and it just folds and skitters out, and you're just sitting there going, what the fuck? This happened to me a lot on this board. It's one of those boards that it just loses some of its control just because of the camber profile. It's not as dialed as traditional camber would be. With that said, it does transition from edge to edge smoothly. It grips in well, but there are limitations. You just need to know when you can push it and when you can't push it. So who's this board for? It's definitely for the all mountain rider that's really pushing the freestyle aspect. Someone that's gonna hit jumps, launch cat track gaps, butter around and play, but still wants that pop and snap of traditional camber underfoot. This is one of those boards that I felt perfectly comfortable on right when I got on it. Like I'd been riding it 100+ days. I knew how it was gonna react. I knew how it was gonna snap. I knew just how to engage it. The only real limitation was on deep aggressive carves, but that's not what this board's really designed for in my opinion. This is more for just doing setup carves in the park, popping off jumps, hitting jibs, playing around in the stunt park, or just hauling ass straight lining it into something. So what boards would be comparable to the Marhar Darkside? Right off the bat, I think of the Capita DOA, the Ride Burnout, the Jones Mountain Twin, the Rome National, and the GNU Headspace. This has been my review of the Marhar Darkside. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you buying one? Leave me a comment down below. Let's have a conversation. After you do that, remember to subscribe, click the bell, Get those notifications, that way you're not missing any of these reviews or the other video content we've got coming out. And if you'd really like to support us, swing over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. It is single-handedly the best way to support everything we do on this channel and all the content we create for you snowboarders of the internet. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.